Taylor, how old are you?
15.
When's your birthday?
September 24th, 2004.
Can you please point out the defendant, Jacques Tordeau?
Yes.
How are you familiar with the defendant?
Well, I met him one day when I was walking with my friend Kat. We were just walking down the street and all of a sudden we saw this random guy just sitting on a porch at this weird old abandoned house. She decided that we should just go up and start talking to him. But she seemed like she knew him, so I didn't really ask any questions. So we went up and spent some time with him on the porch.
And how long ago was this?
Maybe a week ago.
When you approached him at the porch, what did he say to you?
He asked for my name and then immediately asked for my age, which I thought was a little bit weird. So I told him my name, told him I was 15, and he told me his name was Ziggy.
Did you ask him how old he was?
No, he seemed young. He also mentioned my high school, so I just didn't really ask any other questions other than that.
What happened after you interacted with him on the porch?
Well, I mentioned that I had to go to the bathroom really bad, and I had no other place to go, so I thought that I would just use the restroom in the house. So I just went in the house and used the bathroom.
What happened after you left the bathroom?
Well, I started towards the stairs, and all of a sudden, Ziggy was just right there, and he kind of cut me off and didn't let me go down the stairs. He asked me if I wanted to listen to his music. I thought, why not? Because I remember what Kat said. Kat said that he was cool and that I shouldn't worry about him and that I could trust him. So I said, yeah.
What did Ziggy do next after you said yes to listening to his music?
Well, he led me to a bedroom that I've never been to before, closed the door behind us, and then he played one of his CDs.
And then what happened?
He pushed me on the bed and he started taking my clothes off. I felt really weird about it.
Did you ask for him to do this?
No, I didn't.
What happened next?
He had sex with me.
How did this make you feel?
I was scared. He just did it without any warning. I felt dirty and wrong. I just laid there. I felt like I couldn't move or say anything.
Was he wearing a condom?
I honestly don't know.
Okay, what happened after the sexual contact?
Well, he started taking pictures of me on his phone before I could even get my clothes back on. I just felt frozen.
How did you feel when he was taking the pictures of you?
I was angry. I didn't know what he was doing or what he was going to do with the pictures afterwards, and I was too embarrassed to say anything, and I felt like I couldn't tell him.
What happened after he took the pictures of you?
I got dressed, and I just left the house with Kat.
Did you tell Kat what happened with the defendant?
Not right away, but then a few days later, we were in the lunchroom in the high school, and we just, we started talking about Ziggy, and then all of a sudden, we discovered that we kind of had like a similar situation with him, and I didn't really know how to feel about it, but it seemed like incredibly similar.
So was the incident you're referring to a similar sexual encounter?
Yes.
Thank you, Taylor. No further questions.
All right, hi, Taylor.
Hi.
All right, so I want to talk a little bit about you first. You have your permit, correct?
Mm-hmm.
You make your own breakfast.
Yeah.
You hold a leadership role at the church, right?
Yes.
So I want to agree on some other things before we kind of get into it.
Mm-hmm.
You were walking with your friend when you first met my client, Jack Tordeau, correct?
Yes.
Yes. And it was Kat's idea to go converse with him,
Yes.
not yours.
No.
Okay. And you claim you went inside to use the restroom, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Did Kat follow you inside?
No. She
No?
stayed outside.
She said so.
Mm-hmm.
Were you alarmed by this?
No, I just told her I had to use the restroom, so I
Okay.
just went in there.
In your testimony here today, you claimed that Kat said he was cool and that you could trust him, correct?
Yeah, she seemed like she knew him, and like, I didn't question it, so I thought so, yeah.
Okay, so is it safe to say that when you went inside, you trusted our client?
Yeah.
But it didn't alarm you that Kat didn't follow you inside?
No, not at the time.
Okay. Were you aware of Kat and Tordo's relationship prior to this date?
No.
Right, you found out after.
Mm-hmm.
Were you aware that Kat and Tordo had previously met?
It seemed like it once we started talking to him on the porch.
Okay. So, when you were inside the house with my client, is it safe to say that you felt uncomfortable, as you said in your previous testimony?
Yes. Very.
But you stayed with my client instead of leaving the residence with your friend instead, correct?
Yes.
So I want to agree on one more thing. It is your mother who wants this conviction. So you were able to attend the purity dance, correct?
You do not have to answer this.